Hi guys, long time no speak. Apologies. Basically it's all Rufus's fault. He no longer naps during the day. The big two are both at school now, so he requires my undivided attention, which is nice and also really annoying because it means I can't get anything done, including any YouTube updates. But anyway, the good news is he was ill last night. Obviously not good news for him, but it means that he is asleep right now over there with the dog. So I'm taking the opportunity to give you guys an update on where I'm at. So I'm 34 weeks today, which finally sort of feels like I'm on the home stretch. I don't know, I mean, I've still got at least 6 weeks to go probably. I always go overdue, so I don't have any expectations of this baby coming before my due date. So I think, yeah, 6 weeks is a minimum, and 6 weeks actually seems like a really long time to me. I always sort of consider it to be like, remember when you're a kid and you get the summer off school and you're off for 6 weeks and it feels like ages? Yeah, so 6 weeks is a long time. We've still got a way to go, but we're getting there. But yeah, everything is going really well. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I updated you and what was going on at that point. Nothing really of any major interest has happened since then, except you may have noticed I am wearing a hat inside. Also, you might have noticed I've got a tea stain down my front. That was Rufus earlier on. I probably should have got changed for this, but I didn't, so apologies. But yeah, on the last video I did mention that I had started to lose my hair. For some reason we are still unsure as to why, but yeah, it got worse. This is where we're at now. The good news is it's having no detrimental impact on this pregnancy. Obviously baby is still in there and growing, and all is good in that respect. Yeah, the bad news though is that I'm bald. It's not ideal. I shaved it, well, we were on Wednesday today. I shaved on Sunday. I was washing it every Saturday and I was losing so much hair every time I washed it. It got to the point where I was like, first of all, I've lost so much that it just looks ridiculous. And second of all, it's really quite depressing to wake up every morning to handfuls of hair on my pillow, to kind of not want to wash it for fear of how much was going to come out. I just figured it was time. It needed to come off because I couldn't keep dealing with all the loss. So yeah, I got some clippers and I shaved it a few days ago. So you can see, like, obviously at the top here, that's where most of the loss is. There's very little up top. But even sort of the back and the sides, it's really, really, really patchy where I've lost bits of it. Yeah, it's not a strong look. It's not ideal by any stretch. But there's nothing I can do about it. We don't know why it's fallen out. We don't know if it's going to grow back. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I've got to just crack on and just be a bald head. I'm feeling all right about it. I've had quite a lot of comments from people who seem a bit surprised by how all right I am, but really in the grand scheme of things it's it's not the end of the world. It's an inconvenience, but nothing more. You know, I've had miscarriages, I lost my mum. Like, this is, compared to those things, is really minor. So it's annoying. Like, it is sort of like, when will I catch a break? But you know what, it's fine. As I say, the important thing is everything is okay with the baby. So now we've got that out of the way, and we know the hair situation, let's talk a little bit more about pregnancy. So as I say, I'm 34 weeks today, so yeah, it's been about 10 weeks since my last update, and nothing really to report, which is a good thing. I've had a growth scan, everything was fine. I've met with a consultant to talk about how I'm actually gonna get it out of me. At some point I will do birth stories for the other 3. But I've had an emergency C-section with Daisy because she was breech and nobody realised. With Ralph, I had my waters broken when I went 12 days over, and then it was a very quick labour and he left me with a 3rd degree tear. And then Rufus was a home birth. I went against medical advice. They were not overly enamoured by the idea because I'm considered high risk. But I don't know, something in me was just really adamant that that's what I needed to do, that was the right thing. As it turned out, his labour was so quick that a home birth would have been the only option anyway, so it was actually really good that that's what we'd planned and prepared for, because at least I had a shower curtain on the floor and it didn't make too much mess. So this time though, at first I was really like adamant that I wanted to have another home birth because overall I really enjoyed the experience. But as time has gone on, I've got a bit anxious about it because Rufus's labour was so quick that the midwives didn't get here. We actually had to call an ambulance. The paramedics got here just in time to catch the body. His head was already out, so it was really scary. There's this sort of kind of conception that quick labours are a good thing, like, oh, you're so lucky, but I don't know. It's a story for another day, but they're not as great as everyone makes out. They are very, very, very scary and incredibly painful. It is more akin to being hit by a train than sort of running a marathon, which is the usual sort of descriptor, I suppose, of labour. There's no build-up, there's no warm-up, there's nothing. You're just minding your own business and suddenly you're in the worst pain of your life and then a baby's coming out of you. Yeah, and I just remember at the time I was in labour with him for 27 minutes, and for those 27 minutes I was wholly convinced that he was going to come out not breathing and there was going to be no one to help him. So it was just a really, really, really scary experience and really traumatic. But afterwards was lovely. Like, you know, an hour after having him, I was sitting on my sofa drinking a cup of tea. My friend popped round. The spouse went to pick up the kids from school and from preschool. He brought them home and their baby brother was there waiting for them. We all ate dinner together. I got to put them all to bed. I got to have a shower and then get into my own bed that night. So overall, like, it was really nice, so much nicer than being stuck on a noisy hospital ward with loads of other babies screaming, and then being on your own because children aren't allowed in until, you know, the visiting hours, and then when you want to go home you've got to wait hours on end for people to do your discharge paperwork and all the rest of it. Like, yeah, that was the experience I had the first 2 times and it was not enjoyable. So with Rufus it was like in the end, a really, really, really nice experience, and I would really like to repeat it, but I am just very nervous about going into labour when I'm at home on my own with Rufus, or I'm on the school run. I've, you know, got visions of just being outside with the 3 kids and the dog, and then this baby just coming out on the pavement. I don't know. You know, there's no guarantees that it might not be as fast this time, or it might be faster. I don't know. So anyway, I voiced my concerns to the consultant, and she said just plan for a home birth, because that's the safest option anyway, because obviously if I go into labour at any point from now, you know, chances of getting into hospital are quite small, so I just need to kind of have everything ready. And then I'm going to go back in to the hospital at 39+1, just to talk about how I'm feeling and where we're at, and then they will book me an induction from 40 weeks if I decide that I would prefer to be in hospital. Obviously, to guarantee that, they would need to induce me. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm still very much in 2 minds, but hopefully by 39 weeks I'll have a clear idea of what I want to do, whether I want to be in hospital or whether I want to be at home, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's that plan of action, which is not really a plan, more just a play it by ear sort of thing. But it's the dog. But yeah, it kind of made me feel a bit more, I guess, excited, because it all seemed more real. Yeah, I am excited now. Like, I do feel like I've still got ages to go. And the more I think about giving birth again, the more I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh my God. It's never been like, you know, a nice sort of zen experience for me. It's always been drama and chaos and agony. So that bit I'm not particularly looking forward to, but I am really looking forward to meeting this baby finally, finding out if it's a boy or a girl, picking a name for it, and just being a family of 6, just having 4 babies. It's what the plan has been all along. It's been a really, really, really arduous journey to get to this point. I've been through things that I never would have imagined I'd go through. I've lost all my hair. Yeah, so I am ready. I'm ready to have this 4th baby, our little 9, the last piece of the puzzle. And yeah, I'm just so excited about it. So that's it really. Other than that, I guess like symptom wise, heartburn is kicking my ass, as it does every time. This baby is probably going to be born with a full head of hair, which is just typical. But yeah, I always get really bad heartburn, and it's horrible. It's so painful, and it always makes you like belch and like gip, and it's just gross. But yeah, it is what it is. I just pop Gaviscon tablets like sweets. I am feeling generally okay in myself. I'm anemic, and I think that could possibly have exacerbated the whole hair situation. So I've been on high dose iron now for about 10 weeks, and it hasn't made any difference. So I don't know what more can be done, but I actually feel okay. I'm not I mean, I'm tired, but I think that's pretty standard at this point. But generally energy levels are pretty good. I am trying to stay as active as possible in this pregnancy. I have a tendency to just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and not really move for 9 months and just turn into a potato. I've made a very conscious effort not to do that this time. I am still just eating constantly, but I'm also trying to stay sort of physically active. So I'm still doing the school run on foot. That's about 2 miles every day. I'm still going to the gym once a week. I've obviously had to scale it back. Like, I don't do as high intensity, but I still try and, you know, I do what I can. I still like push myself. And actually it's made a massive difference, this pregnancy, to, like, first of all, my energy levels, and second of all, just how I feel in general. Like, I don't feel sluggish and fat and miserable and horrible. Like, I feel like I'm still in good shape. I feel energized, and generally I just feel good. Like, I feel kind of on top of things, which is nice, you know. I do remember feeling like that, certainly in this last few weeks with all the others. I was just so fed up, and I am fed up now, mostly just because I'm just excited to meet the baby. I'm very uncomfortable with my hips and pelvis, so they're getting increasingly sore by the day. I've got sciatica, I've got hip flexor pain. I do waddle around like an old lady now, but I still feel good, and I'm powering through. I'm powering through like the pain that I've got, not to the extent that I'm making it worse. You know, I'm taking it easy, but I'm still going. I'm not letting it sort of force me to just sit on the sofa all day. I'm still kind of cracking on. So yeah, I'm feeling good, which is a real bonus, because I think if I'd have had to deal with being a potato and being bald, like, that would have just been seriously depressing. So I'm glad that at least I'm sort of like, yeah, I'm still in good shape. I haven't sort of let myself go too much. I've had a healthy pregnancy, not just in terms of obviously the baby being healthy, but I'm being healthy. So that's good. Yeah, and that's it really. Not sleeping particularly well, keep waking up and just being wide awake. But again, I'm not a great pregnant person. I don't enjoy being pregnant. I don't deal with it very well. I don't sort of breeze through it feeling fabulous. I actually always feel much better once the baby's out. 34 weeks, at least 6 weeks to go. Not feeling too horrendous, a little bit uncomfortable, trying to stay active, got no hair. That's it. As I say, it's really difficult to film these updates now because Rufus never sleeps. But hopefully I'll get maybe one more in before baby arrives. And then I guess once the baby's here, I'll try and do some family life vlogs, if anybody's interested in that. I'm definitely not going to do the whole YouTuber thing of what's in my hospital bag, because A, I'm not really a YouTuber, and B, I tend to not pack a bag until I'm in labour, because I am not an organised person, and I feel like I work better under pressure anyway. So but yeah, as I say, I think probably we're going to be having a home birth anyway, so I don't really need to pack a bag. I do need to just get some old towels and stuff for the floor. I'm not even going to get a pool this time because I didn't get in it last time. It was a waste of money, so I think I'm just going to make myself a little nest on the carpet and hope for the best. But yeah, that's it then. So we're nearly there. I know that there are not masses of people who watch these videos. I'm not Blippy. We've just discovered him, by the way. Yeah, I'm very small fry, but there are a few of you who I know have watched from the very start, and what a journey it has been. It feels like a very, very long one, and I'm sure some of you are as ready for this baby to arrive as I am. So anyway, massive thank you if you are one of those people, if you've been here from the beginning and you've been behind me the whole way waiting for little Nine. We're nearly there. We are so nearly there, and everything is so far so good, and I hope that it remains that way, and I hope that the next update I give you, there will be a squishy little pink baby in it, and maybe I'll have a bit more hair, who knows. Stay tuned. But yeah, thanks. So seriously, thank you very much for watching and for your messages, and yeah, hopefully check in again fairly soon. Okay, bye guys.